Every once in a while, when all the stars and moons align, we get a video game where you get to play as a bard. It's so rare for the hero to be a minstrel of mirth. Obviously, there's A Bard's Tale, there's Brutal Legend and Parappa the Rapper or Guitaru Man. But let's get out of the past, because it's 2018, and it's finally time for a hero to rise up from the throat of the world and profoundly sing, "I have anxiety!" Finally, there's a bard for me. In Wandersong, you are a simple bard who dreams of becoming a hero. Even though you don't have a fancy sword or cool magical explosion beams, you have a sunny disposition and a song in your heart. And don't they always say that attitude is everything? Well, the end of the world is here, and nobody else seems to be doing much to stop it. So the bard steps up and attempts to challenge the status quo by doing the only thing they know how to do. Sing! Wandersong never gets more complicated than a normal puzzle platformer video game. But instead of jumping between platforms, you're using a large color wheel reminiscent to the game Simon to control the bard's song pitch. The pitch you sing at then affects the world around you. Sometimes you're controlling plants that take you to higher ledges, and other times you're blowing wind or shifting boxes to move about. Wandersong plays it really safe and conventional when it comes to its design. For all 7 chapters of the game, you will arrive in a new town, get a quest to solve someone's problem, solve it, and then go to the town's dungeon to get a fragment of the Earth Song. Once you get all the fragments of the Earth Song, then you can save the world and win the game. It stays very tight to this formula in a way that may become predictable, but that is also one of Wandersong's main strengths. Whenever the game starts to get predictable, the tone of the story will take an abrupt shift, and the bard's attitude changes. Throughout the story, we deal with themes of coping with loss, or depression, fear, jealousy, imposter syndrome, and a wide spectrum of other normal mental health issues. And while other heroes simply see these issues as monsters and try to kill them, the bard confronts them. Not out of dismissal or to fix them, but to comfort and heal them. The gods and the kings of the world try to stop our bard by telling them, "This world is past saving," or "The world always ends like this, and stopping it will probably make things worse." They even might say, "You aren't good enough to save the world." And these are the things that hurt us more than any sword or arrow could, but that's what makes the bard so strong. Wandersong's bard is a beacon of hope that we see not only shines bright for others, but can also shine bright enough for themselves. I like Wandersong. It's really good. You might like it too, especially if you liked Night in the Woods, which is a direct inspiration for the game. It's funny and delightful and sad and thoughtful, but its simplicity is a charm that starts to peter out by the 3rd act. As cute as it is, Wandersong's 12-hour story is about 2 hours too long, as there are a few puzzle sections that drag on. Basically, once you realize that you need to go find a flower in order to make a potion to convince a swordsman to meet a king to stop a war to learn a serenade to open a portal to talk to a god to learn one of the 8 fragments of the Earth Song, your eyes might start to glaze over. And you can only sing "Eye of the Tiger" to yourself so many times before that gets boring too. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's awesome every time. I find the bard to be an inspiring figure, and the world that they inhabit is vibrant, if a little disconnected feeling. Every character you meet on the road has quirks and personalities that make them seem really fun to hang out with, and they each grow over time. Many characters reminded me of my friends and filled me with longing to reconnect with them. You get to make friends with ghosts, goths, pirates, punks, and princesses. And not only do they grow through meeting the bard, but the bard changes and is affected by them as well. Connecting with other characters feels special. They do a good job of remembering you throughout the game, or not remembering you, as the case may be, and it makes everyone in turn feel special. You can almost always sing or press the dance button during any cutscene or dialogue, which leads to expressive moments where the bard can feel a full range of joy, fear, or sadness. I feel like it is so important to let the main character show emotions. And Wandersong, for all its cartooniness, leaves a lot of room for both loud emotions and quiet, more reflective emotions. I love how good and evil is a constantly negotiated character trait in Wandersong. Characters may be labeled as evil, but often through communication you are allowed into the minds of characters who have done wrong to the player. And only when characters deny you that communication is when you find truly destructive evils. Wandersong takes a stand that says it is important and safe to judge others as you would yourself, but nobody is perfect, and allowing people failures and showing grace is a truly heroic virtue. Wandersong sings a song that moves all the way through your body, to your hands and your feet. It gets you moving and feeling in radical ways despite the game's deceptively simple styling. It's just a puzzle platformer with a little singing gimmick, but it also brings a careful and meditative perspective on how we examine mental illness in ourselves and illness in the world around us. The bard's commitment to saving the world is inspiring and hopeful, and even though it goes long and the simplicity can leave a bit to be desired, it is an extremely important game for folks to play in 2018 and shouldn't be missed. Video Game Choo Choo awards Wandersong a 4 out of 5.